Ferruccio Lamborghini was born on April 28, 1916, in a small village called Cento in Italy. His family was simple. They were farmers. His parents worked hard in the fields every day, growing grapes and making wine. Little Ferruccio also helped them, but he was not very interested in farming. He loved machines more than plants. As a child, he was always curious about how things worked. He played with farm tools and tried to fix broken machines. Sometimes, he even took apart engines just to understand how they worked. His parents wanted him to become a farmer like them, but Ferruccio had a different dream. He wanted to work with machines, engines, and technology. When he was a teenager, he started working with small engines. He learned how to repair tractors and farm equipment. People in the village were surprised because he was so young, but he was already very skilled. Ferruccio's love for machines grew stronger every day. He was not rich, and his family could not buy him expensive tools, but he never gave up. He learned by watching, practicing, and trying again when he failed. This love for machines was the first step in his journey. He did not know yet, but one day this passion would make him one of the most famous car makers in the world. As Ferruccio Lamborghini grew older, his love for machines became stronger. He wanted to learn more, so he decided to study mechanics. He went to a technical school where he learned about engines, gears, and different types of machines. His teachers quickly noticed that Ferruccio was very talented. He was not just a student, he was a creator. When World War II started, Ferruccio joined the Italian army. He worked as a mechanic in the military. His job was to repair trucks, cars, and even big machines used by the army. This experience was very important for him because he learned a lot about engines and how to fix them quickly. Ferruccio was smart and creative. Sometimes there were no spare parts for broken vehicles, so he built new parts himself, using anything he could find. His skills saved many military vehicles during the war. During his time in the army, Ferruccio also saw different types of powerful engines. This gave him new ideas and inspired him to build something great in the future. But at that time, he was just a young man doing his job, not knowing that one day he would create cars that the whole world would admire. When the war ended, Ferruccio returned home to his village. He was no longer just a farmer's son. He was now a skilled mechanic with big dreams, and he was ready to start something new. After the war, Ferruccio Lamborghini came back to his hometown with a new dream. Italy was poor at that time, and many farmers needed machines to work on their land. Ferruccio thought this was a great opportunity. He decided to build tractors for farmers. At first, he had very little money. So he used old military vehicles to make his tractors. He bought cheap leftover war machines, took out their engines, and turned them into strong and useful tractors. People were surprised because his tractors were powerful, simple to repair, and cheaper than others. In 1948, Ferruccio officially started his own company called Lamborghini Trattori. The business grew fast because farmers trusted him. His tractors were high quality, and Ferruccio worked hard to make them better every year. Ferruccio became rich very quickly. His company sold many tractors, and soon he was one of the most successful businessmen in Italy. But Ferruccio was not only interested in tractors. He loved cars, especially fast and expensive sports cars. As he earned more money, Ferruccio bought many luxury cars, including Ferraris. He enjoyed driving them, but he also noticed some problems with these cars. This small detail would soon change his life and create a new legend in the car world. Ferruccio Lamborghini loved fast cars. He bought many expensive cars, and one of his favorites was a Ferrari. Ferrari was the most famous sports car in Italy at that time. But Ferruccio was not completely happy with it. He thought the Ferrari cars were too noisy, uncomfortable, and sometimes had mechanical problems. One day, Ferruccio found that the clutch of his Ferrari was not working well. He replaced it with a clutch from one of his tractors, and surprisingly, it worked better. Ferruccio was shocked. He thought, if I can make this car better with my own parts, maybe I can build a better sports car myself. Ferruccio decided to talk to Enzo Ferrari, the founder of Ferrari. He wanted to share his ideas and maybe help improve the cars. But when Ferruccio met Enzo, things did not go well. Enzo Ferrari was proud and did not like advice from others. He told Ferruccio something like, "You are just a tractor maker. What do you know about building sports cars?" These words made Ferruccio very angry. He felt insulted. He was not just a tractor maker. He was a skilled engineer. At that moment, Ferruccio made a big decision. He said to himself, "I will build my own sports car, and it will be better than a Ferrari." This was the start of something legendary. Ferruccio Lamborghini was ready to turn his dream into reality. Ferruccio Lamborghini was a man of action. After his argument with Enzo Ferrari, he immediately started working on his dream. In 1963, he founded a new company called Automobili Lamborghini in Sant'Agata Bolognese, Italy. His goal was clear: to build the best sports car in the world. Ferruccio gathered some of the best engineers and designers in Italy. He told them he wanted a car that was fast, powerful, but also comfortable and easy to drive. Unlike Ferrari, which focused only on racing, Ferruccio wanted his cars to be perfect for the road. The first car they built was the Lamborghini 350 GT. When it was introduced to the public in 1964, people were amazed. It was beautiful, elegant, and very fast. The engine was smooth, and the car was easier to drive than a Ferrari. The success of the 350 GT made Lamborghini famous very quickly. Rich people and celebrities started buying his cars. Ferruccio proved that he was more than just a tractor maker. He was now a serious competitor in the world of luxury sports cars. But Ferruccio did not stop there. He wanted to create something even more special, something that would shock the entire world. And soon, that dream would become real. Ferruccio Lamborghini wanted to create a car that the world had never seen before. His engineers had a bold idea: to build a mid-engine sports car. At that time, this design was mostly used in racing cars, not in road cars. Ferruccio was not very interested in racing, but he allowed his engineers to work on this secret project. In 1966, they introduced the result of that project, the Lamborghini Miura. It was a masterpiece. The Miura was low, wide, and extremely stylish. Its powerful V12 engine was placed behind the driver, giving it amazing speed and balance. When the Miura was shown at the Geneva Motor Show, people were stunned. It was not just a car. It looked like a piece of art. The Miura could reach speeds that very few cars in the world could match at that time. Celebrities, rock stars, and wealthy businessmen wanted to own it. The Miura made Lamborghini a global name. Suddenly, Lamborghini was no longer just a new company competing with Ferrari. It was now a leader in the world of exotic sports cars. Ferruccio had achieved what he wanted. He proved that he could build a car even better than Ferrari. But this was just the beginning of the Lamborghini legend. After the success of the Miura, Lamborghini became one of the most famous luxury car brands in the world. Ferruccio continued to release new models, each one more stylish and powerful than the last. Rich people from all over the world wanted a Lamborghini. The company was growing fast, and Ferruccio was proud of what he had built. But success also brought challenges. In the early 1970s, the world faced an oil crisis, and many people stopped buying expensive sports cars. Sales of Lamborghini cars started to drop. At the same time, Ferruccio faced problems with his tractor business, which was also losing money because farmers could not afford new machines. Ferruccio, who had always been a businessman first, and not just a car lover, started to feel tired of these problems. He had already proven himself by building one of the greatest car brands in the world. For him, Lamborghini cars were a passion. But he did not want to fight financial battles anymore. In 1974, Ferruccio made a big decision. He sold most of his shares in the Lamborghini car company. A few years later, he sold the rest of his shares and completely left the car business. He returned to a quiet life in the countryside, focusing on making wine and enjoying his retirement. Even though he left, the company he created continued to build legendary cars. After Ferruccio Lamborghini left the company, Lamborghini went through many changes. Different owners bought and sold the company over the years. Sometimes the business was strong, and sometimes it struggled, but the name Lamborghini never lost its power. In the late 1980s and 1990s, Lamborghini introduced new amazing models like the Countach and later the Diablo. These cars were wild, sharp, and very fast. They looked like spaceships on the road, and every car lover dreamed of owning one. In 1998, the famous German company Audi, which is part of the Volkswagen Group, bought Lamborghini. This was a turning point. With Audi's money and technology, Lamborghini became stronger than ever. New models like the Murcielago, Gallardo, Aventador, and Huracán became symbols of speed, power, and luxury. Each new Lamborghini was more advanced, louder, and more exciting than the last. Even though Ferruccio had left the company long ago, his spirit and dream still lived in every car. Lamborghini continued to represent passion, courage, and the idea that nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself. Ferruccio Lamborghini passed away in 1993, but his name will live forever. What started as a simple dream of a tractor maker became one of the most legendary car brands in the world. Lamborghini today is not just a car, it is a symbol of passion, power, and never giving up. Ferruccio's story teaches us something important. Never let anyone tell you that you are not good enough. When Enzo Ferrari insulted him, Ferruccio could have walked away. But instead, he turned that insult into motivation and created something greater. His life proves that with hard work, courage, and belief in yourself, you can turn even an insult into success. And now, whenever you see a Lamborghini speeding down the road, remember this. It's not just a car. It's a dream on wheels, built by a man who refused to be underestimated. If you liked this story, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe my channel for more great stories.